So you may have seen this bright card from Upbank around the place, and to tell you the truth, I actually never use it anymore. It just sits in my wallet and collects dust. So my question is Upbank still worth it in 2021? Welcome back to the channel. So you may have seen my previous video on why I left NAB, or National Australia Bank, for Upbank. A lot of people have watched the video and used my code nickkendall to sign up to get a free $10 to $15. So feel free to use that code again, it's still valid. I'll leave it in the description as well if that helps. But since I made my first video on Upbank, a lot has changed in the world, including interest rates and Apple Pay, which were some of the biggest attractions for me for Upbank in the first place. So my question for today is Upbank still worth it in 2021, or have the big banks finally caught up and matched what Up has been doing all along? Now in short, to save you watching the entire video if you don't want to, I still think Upbank is the best bank for people sort of in my age bracket and demographic, and there are three main reasons why I think this. Now the first reason might not be what you actually expect straight away, but it's the fact that you can access your card details within the app. Now, like I mentioned at the start of the video, I basically never use my Up card anymore. And that's because I primarily use Apple Pay. But then, every now and then, I'm sure you probably experience the same thing, where you want to go and buy something online and you have to enter your debit card or credit card details, and you have to go and hunt down your wallet to try and find your debit card details, your CCV and expiry date and all that kind of thing. But the great thing about Upbank is that all that information is within the app, which makes it so convenient. All I have to do if I want to buy something online is just pull it out my phone, and I've got all the numbers and information that I need stored securely within the app. I love this feature, and it's saved me so much time hunting down my wallet. I'm surprised other banks haven't really caught on to the same concept, because it's such a simple thing to include in your app, but it's so handy. If you want people to use your bank more, then make it as easy as possible to access your details in one place. That's what I think. Now the second reason why I think Upbank is so good is the ability to create virtually unlimited savings accounts. Now I know with NAB and with other big banks, it's a bit of a process to open a new savings account or even a new transaction account, and there's often limits to the amount of accounts you can have, and there's often fees involved. Whereas with Upbank, you can create basically unlimited savings accounts with customizable names and savings targets. And for me, as someone who is really conscious of saving, it really helps to keep my savings goals on target. Back when I used to use NAB for my savings, I'd have one or two main savings accounts, and so all my savings goals would be lumped into that one account, which made it a bit of a hazy sort of savings schedule. I just sort of dump any extra money I had into those two main accounts. Whereas being able to break it up into specific goals or savings goals, like for example, maybe an emergency fund, or saving for a new car, or saving for a new PlayStation. Being able to break your goals down into this level of detail really helps you to be more focused in your savings efforts, and I found it definitely really useful. So that's another great thing that I love about Upbank. So the third main reason why I still love Upbank as my primary bank is just the interface and the features that they add. It was really great when I first signed up. It was one of the main reasons why I really loved it, and they just continue to improve it and innovate, which is awesome. A few features that I really think are worth mentioning include the ability to send money to people in kind of like a text message format style. So you can just go into your contact if you've already sent them money before, and you can just literally text them money pretty much. It takes like about 10 seconds. It's such a great system compared to other banks where you might have to go and re-enter information. And they've recently added a request money feature, which I haven't actually tried yet, but you can request money from other Upbankers, which makes it easier when you're out and trying to split a bill. Another great feature is the ability to go back and look at the month past, or any months past, and figure out where you've been spending your money in what categories, and get a detailed breakdown of where all your finances are going, which I find really interesting just to look at and get a sense of where I might be overspending or where I can save a bit of money. And I think another great idea in concept, although I haven't really used it myself, is the recurring payments feature. So the idea is if you link recurring payments to your Up account, it'll give you a heads up before the next payment is due. Like I said, I haven't linked any recurring payments to my Up account, so I've never actually used the feature, but in concept, I think it's a really good idea. And lastly, I think worth mentioning is the interest rate, which currently is at 1.1%. Now, obviously that's not an amazing interest rate, but pretty much no bank across the board has good interest rates at the moment due to the economic situation of the world and the country. So hopefully this will improve over time as the economy improves. Back in the day when I first signed up with Up, they had some of the best interest rates in all of the banks. But I think Up really does stand out on its own purely based on the features and interface kind of that I've already outlined. So I wouldn't worry too much about the interest rate. You have to make 5 transactions per month to be able to get that interest rate. But if you're using it regularly, it's pretty achievable. And it's a pretty standard rate across most of the big banks. So I hope that was helpful. Don't forget, if you want to sign up and get a free $10 to $15, then use the code nickkendall when you sign up. I'll leave it in the description. You'll get $5 to $10 when you first sign up, and then you'll get another $5 when you make 5 transactions within the first 30 days of signing up. And if you're interested in more finance videos like this, then be sure to check out my investing playlist. I do other videos on investing and finance, so feel free to check that out. As always, let me know any thoughts, questions, comments down below. And other than that, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you very soon in the next video.